let's start it off. Let's go in time order. So we're kicking off with the NFC. Who you got first?
All right. This pick, I hate this pick, but it kind of makes sense. Leonard Fournette has kind of become the go-to guy in Tampa for whatever reason. I think it's because Ronald Jones is still injured and they're saying he's healthy, but he still has a problem. This week, I do think Ronald Jones becomes more involved, but I do still think Leonard Fournette is the third down back, the receiving back. So I'm going to take Leonard Fournette over 22.5 receiving yards.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's been targeted quite a bit recently. In the last 2 playoff games, he had 4 catches for 39 yards and 5 catches for 44 yards. And the Packers allow a lot of receiving yards to running backs. They allowed 764 receiving yards to running backs on the season, third most in the NFL. And, Leonard Fournette, he is not really good at catching. Like, every time the ball is thrown to him, it's like an adventure. Like, how is he going to, like, mess this up? But he's pulled down catches the last few games. So I'm going to stick with him as the third down back and have him 22.5.
And I am with you there, Steve, in supporting a good Fournette day. But before you throw down on Fournette and visualize how it's going to pan out, check in with the meteorologist because it's going to be 50% chance of snow.
Love it.
10% wind, 10 mile per hour wind in Green Bay on Sunday. So if Fournette's getting production, you could take the over 22.5 receiving. I actually like over 42.5 rushing yards. He's hit that last 3 weeks easily. He's become a bigger part of this Buccaneers offensive identity. And then, you know what? This is also the Green Bay Packers in the postseason. What's their Achilles heel? How do you beat the Packers? You punch them in the mouth and you run between the tackles.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I think he's going to have a big game. I'm just so curious to see if they use Ronald Jones. Because, like, if you just watch the Bucs, it's very clear who the better running back is. And I guess it's an injury, they just don't use Ronald Jones like they should.
Yeah, and it's also like with the Saints game, I think we talked about it a little bit last week. Of Fournette, it does allow them to have a little bit more of a different look. And like, if the passing game is so vertical, there are some benefits to having a running back who's just so meat and potatoes in your offense.
Right.
Like, you don't want to have a game breaker or a versatile guy like Ronald Jones. You want to be in 2nd and 5 a lot of the time. That's what makes it really work.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah. Okay. So I will do my second one for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. There's a lot of juice on this one. Call me the Jamba Man, my friend. I like Tom Brady under 288.5 passing yards.
Okay.
Minus 137.
I can see that, especially if we get some rain, some snow.
Yeah, and we have at least one great cornerback is lining up in this Packers defense. And yeah, I think you're just going to see a slower pace from Tampa. That goes with the weather, that goes with their skill set, and that goes with how you beat Green Bay. So just a little bit less vertical than normal, high over. So take the under and the juice.
Yeah, I like that. I'm hoping we get some like high scoring games this weekend because we've kind of been robbed this playoffs. We haven't really had like a true like barn burner.
I think we're gonna get it Sunday evening.
I hope so. Yeah, it seems like if it's ever gonna happen, that's gonna be the game.
Yeah, because like there is enough talent on both of these defense to sort of keep it in check. The Buccaneer front seven, and specifically their linebacking core, like I didn't make this pick, but you can probably take the under on any Aaron Jones bet this week.
Okay, we'll see when we get there.
All right. So I think you got one more Bucs bet for me.
Yeah. I really like Chris Godwin every week, but this week I especially like Chris Godwin. I'm taking the over on his receptions at 5.5. Antonio Brown is probably not going to play. If he does, he's injured. Mike Evans is going to be blanketed by Jair Alexander, and he's like one of the best corners in the league. I think he's going to make Mike Evans less of a threat. Tom Brady's not going to be able to look his way as often. In the last 4 games, Godwin has averaged 9 targets per game. He's quietly been one of the better offensive weapons. I've been betting on him a lot recently, and it's been hitting because odds makers haven't really taken into account that he is kind of like 1B in this offense for receivers instead of being 2. So with all that being said, if Brown is out, if Evans is blanketed, it only gets 4 or 5 targets. That's got to open up Chris Godwin to a lot of looks, and he should be able to exploit whoever's guarding him for at least 5.5 receptions.
Yeah, I love it. My only worry here is that the argument makes too much sense. This could be a little bit of a square bet, but you know what? Watching the Bucs this past month, I get the feeling that sometime in late December that he stormed into Arians' offense and just said, yo, I'm a free agent after the year. Don't fuck me on this. You can have your stupid, like, super team with Brady, but help me win. So,
yeah.
Okay. LA Rams 23 is saying that Tom Brady has the 4th most all-time wins versus NFC opponents in the playoffs, tied with Aikman and Breeze. And like, that would be a mind-blowing stat if he was like tied with a quarterback who I was impressed with in the least. Breeze and Aikman. Okay. Yeah. System quarterbacks. Does he have as much NFC playoff success as Brad Johnson? Come on, give me a break with Troy Aikman.
Well, that's the thing is that Brady's been in the AFC his whole career. So it is like super impressive for him to be tied with Drew Brees, a career NFC player for playoff wins.
Yeah, no, it is a cool stat. I was just reported on so much over the past few weeks. And, you know, I've just been at home the whole time. So LA Rams 23, I've listened to every football show in the world at this point. I live on Reddit. So sorry, I'm a freak. Okay, so I think I've got some bets for you for the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah.
You know I love them, and I think I'm going to really take that to the next level. I like an alternate line for them. I like the Packers -7 plus 150 in this one.
Wow.
Over the entire season, since that blowout on the road in like week 4 or 5 against Tampa Bay, Green Bay's been the best team in the NFC. It's a 43-year-old quarterback in bad weather on the road. And I just expect Aaron Rodgers to do what he's done every week of the season.
Right. Yeah, I'm with you. I think at this point right now, Aaron Rodgers is the better quarterback. And he, like, watching him last week against the Rams, it's just like, it's unfair. It's like when you go to a friend's house to play a video game and you think it's just going to be like a fun, casual time of playing this video game. And then you realize this friend has been playing this video game all the time for the last year and they fucking destroy you. And it's not fun for you because they're so much better than you at it. He's just like, he cheats, but it's a lot like it's so annoying. It's so frustrating. Yeah. I think he'll get it done this week. I don't hate that pick. -7 is a little big, but with the odds you're getting, it's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, if I can find this at -6, I would love to do -6 at like plus 135.
Yeah.
But just the methodical nature of this Packers offense. They're Michael Myers in Halloween. They just don't stop coming, and it's in their games. It's the 3rd and 4th quarter where they just pile up long touchdown drives. It's hard to compete with.
Yeah. Yeah, they're a frustrating team. And that offensive line is very good.
Yeah, even without Bakhtiari, like at some point, you're going to have to see this O-line coach under LaFleur get some O-coordinator attention. They just haven't missed a beat at any point with their protections.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to you with Green Bay.
All right, I am looking at Robert Tonyan here. Over 3.5 receptions. I know it's going to snow, or it might snow, and it's going to be cold, but I like the underneath routes in this game for Aaron Rodgers. Also, the Bucs allow a lot of catches to tight ends. They don't allow a ton of yards. They're like middle of the pack in yards, but they allowed 86 catches to tight ends this year, over 5 per game. Last week against the Saints, if you look at the Bucs, they allowed 5 catches to Jared Cook. Unfortunately, the guy that turned the game.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Jared, you owe me $200. I don't know how else to put it. My Venmo is Joe Walkowski, and yeah, just send it along. I will donate half to charity, but that's on you, my friend.
Yeah, that game completely shifted after that fumble.
Completely, and he had a couple other bad plays on top of that. Just a tough Jared Cook game, and like at some point you have to wonder, where's Michael Thomas?
Yeah, 0 catches last week. He apparently just like needs surgery. He like played that game knowing that he needed surgery on his ankle.
Yeah, and I loved it. The trash talk from Tampa about where you at, slant boy. Calling him slant boy is my favorite piece of sports trash talk from the past 3 years, easily.
Yeah.
Okay, so am I up? Okay, so I support your Tonyan thing. I am a little bit afraid of the Bucs linebackers just because they were amazing last week. They cover, they played Mike, they rushed the passer. What a core. But I also think there's value in this Green Bay Packer tight end core. Anytime touchdown, Mercedes Lewis, 7-1.
How many snaps has he been playing?
He's been getting some throws towards the end of the regular season. He was involved in the Packers, pass game a little bit more. And I think this kind of goes off of maybe they actually put Devin on Tonyan, take him out of the game. And he doesn't have a ton of touchdowns, but he has 3 touchdowns on the year. Mm-hmm. And I mean, Aaron Rodgers in the snow, it is very much something Packersian. Backup tight end to get in the end zone in one of these games.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's one of those fun ones that you just kind of throw $5 on or $10 on and hope it hits.
Exactly. There's good payout. And I mean, it's a backup tight end for the Packers. One of the first Super Bowl MVPs ever was a backup tight end for the Packers. You're not just betting on Mercedes Lewis. This bet, it taps into the lineage of playoff football as we know it. You're not a gambler with this bet. You are a historian.
Yeah, exactly. This is like a bet that you make when you're trying to prove that you're smarter than other people.
Yes, Mercy. Yeah, this is the like you show up to the watch party and it's like that you should leave skit.
Yeah, everyone's like, I got money on Devontae Adams. Like, oh yeah.
Mercy.
You're the Tim Heidecker of the Super Bowl of the NFC party.
That's so funny. Okay, so I think. Do you have one more Packers for me?
I got one more Packers.
I thought you owed me a Packer bet.
Yeah. And this is a contradiction to what you said a little earlier.
Oh, no.
I'm taking Aaron Jones over 24.5 receiving. Last time these guys played, Jones had 3 catches for 26 yards. Jones finished the year, 3.5 receptions, 26 yards per game. So another example, like the lines maker made this the perfect number. He's averaging 26 yards per game to make it 24.5 in the game where it might snow. But here's where I'm dropping the hammer. This is why I think the over is going to hit. The Bucs allowed 101 catches to running backs during the regular season. 101. Most in the NFL. Not a ton of yards again. That's the thing. Their linebackers are very good, but they will allow you to catch the ball at the line of scrimmage, 2 yards beyond the line of scrimmage, and then tackle you immediately. But yeah, I think, again, with the short routes, the underneath routes, if it's bad weather, Rodgers is going to rely on those a lot.
So, I mean, all your Packer props, it seems like you think there's going to be a lot of short passing in the snow from this Packers offense. So I like that it's all your predictions are kind of tied to a certain theory and how the scheme's going to run.
Yeah.
I do like it. I like Aaron Jones a lot as a player. Unlike many Packer Pro Bowlers over the past few years, I think he is actually a genuinely talented player.
He's great, yeah.
And I do worry because if you look at his game log since Thanksgiving, he's only been over 30 yards receiving one time. So maybe they don't want to use him that way, but it's also Aaron Jones. So I'm not going to really besmirch you for backing him in this instance.
Yeah, man.
And so since there's only 2 games, we've gone through our props. Do you have any insights on the overall game here? So it's Packers by 3. The over is 51 last I checked.